Assalamu alaikum badingulu na mobe kontong altol na konton senola kabring koina fo katong konsan TV lam di Gambia adla programo mi alonko akanadia wato be kabring tenelong la fo alamisalungu aning kata fo sibidilungu kang albadi malum Muhammad Sanyang bi fanang bin na luntambala soto jamu alonko bin na be kujama kachala so woto jibe lalbe dawda nin komin dalta fala nyamin wolom nyinte ko alkarin noma aliya like aliya share aliya subscribe isaje program so do rek e seke mo follow ti mi alon ko e ba jibe la na social website oldo much especially na YouTube auto so woto jibe lalbe dawda nin anin la moy lalu nal konton al tool nal konton senola al bismillah ndoku nyo bismillah program auto islamani Mr. Mane ni be moy kan isela may ko yele Mr. Mane
yo baraka bake Muhammad mbe mobe konton na lamoyr lali ani minni kan noma concern Gambia TV le mu equal voice wato watin kana kacha kuma sambanan mole bifanan nata ngalun tan kuma soto mbe mobe bismillah la programme to alseke normal ati kan lamoy ka kibare sonu ngol soto mimbe kelambe nafati annal badima Usman Mane ala baraka bake
wolom andoku nyoti Mr. Mane komi ayafa nyami equal voice mbe moku na kuma bal na felale nan jang kabring banko man sakunda doku lalu politician olu mo kunukumalu fanna be mbe na fela nan jang pour ni kacha ku jama la banko la kola so anin ku jama banku nyinkan bitum komi andal takala nyami rek da so fendin kala rek afoken luntamba bismillah isaje en sedum programo kono bismillah ise fam fo mole luntamba bismillah programo
okay assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi and then first of all mbafale baraka bage thank you for having me and then mbela moral kontona and then ntomo Muhammad Sillah leti currently intelebe Batokunku VDC chairman yala la village development committee chairman mumtaleti Muhammad Sillah so de donna kacha kono le domando manding halo nyato domanding ku jama be sen wala ku jama be don but for now say mfamo fona tenne inshallah
baraka bake wolum Batokunku la VDC chairman oti village development committee sate nying ka village development committee sotole so atelom the chairperson ti Mohammed Sillah bim nole sotale jang kachato bim be kachala fanna munna wolom sound minded because na akalam dale komanto mamang domanding sotota Batokunku la fannala kaje ko Batokunku kolu emela kontano itandi company muya lonko abe minding ke kanje so bim be kachala fannala anin current affairs fanan bankunka mbe demanding folaje but basically atata anata na program of be lori munka wolom ni asan minded Mr. Sillah san minded ning ayal tel sula nyadile fo ka funti kala balambaya itandi kafoko wo manyen nakela sate unyinto
okay yalong balambaya mem ketanu Batokunku jang niya jube is very very sensitive towards certain areas because ntefango as a VDC chairman nga beleke Batokunku ye and then I will not say that here but nte nata Batokunku chairman yala nyame ngalo ne bara wo protest center ta mem fango fanala a manque the problem of sand mining damanti kuba koma mem manque sand mining ti bari nindun takacha kono be wol jelale because ni aje mbakuma kilim fola sand mining misunderstanding kera protest ni ko la gach ke kenyo mem bondi jang o manke mining ti black say construction sand ni o mila sand teli knowledge sand mining wole munu jinko benu menke kanjang. I think you can verify this record with the geology personnel or anybody who know mining properly, because sand teli no ni mu get la byproduct quality ni black sand ni was byproduct men katuje. So womu wallet and then ya ika bondi le jannu ka ning OIC project call le supply and government project call ka during like 2023 feka Batokunku damante woti tu jerembe wo konole sanyambe wo konole, but recently because ni gag jube ntola BDC, to be honest, there are multiple sand effect sand mining na effect wara batale, because 6 kilo ni kate foye 6 kilo omelette so foye 6 kilo te and in mining na ay kuja male tinya but ay kuja male fanandada ntola community fanala as far as development is concerned. So all ninta ranyato be all very as nim balambaya menketa, because balambaya nyina kerim kola fang many balambaya nyim fonke inata later les affaire company of the same company again pour la audience misunderstanding neketa itol tema anin kuma jama. So niaje nia nata nata kalo neko o protest ni mang amang ground soto dal ntengaje ko nyo bayndolem wala like fahamu baliyalem wala kudol bijele ya tale openly upon themselves pour kake. But thank God that both the company and the government responded so professionally that kuman nake wolungo until nata si ngala cool discourse for cool nata tamiran killing what I'm olembe along membe ani membe tamaka.
So amunta ko protesto nying until VDC mamboku kalama o VDC ma organize.
Yeah, nyim protesto ma organized by the Village Development Committee. No. Yeah, youth association ole be Batokunku jang inatante fango yale personally about I didn't communicate it to me that the protest start like ko nga gatle safe pour gachi ila mining no stop nkae ko wo sembo tenteto, because I'm a village development committee chairman. I have laws that restrict me. Yeah, understand? Nte mining lansino di gatla. So even if I'm to stop gatch, I will write to the mining to the authorities that are controlling mining. That's NEA and then geology. So they follow la through procedure lela. Because jinko benu mining kanjanne nga all stop wo procedure lela. That time I was not the VDC chairman, but I was a youth president by then in Batokunku. Barangu youth association new association men that fenko protest la ntele muila first president and nyine muila second protest. But first protest ntelenga organize Batokunku jang against Jinkong Mining Company. So wale fango because hani video mem janjanta social media nung about gatla fenkola duladol to niyo duladol jube fang. Those are not areas gache mem mine, but rather Jinko ye mem mine nunja, because Jinko benung construction sa neta kanjang. So wale be fenke ka wale be circulate ka.
Okay, ni naka being as a youth president during that tenure, you know, I'll organize I'll kafito nyoma kaje ko jinkon ye mining stop. Dalila la yaken I'll ko jinkon ye mining stop.
Okay, jinkon na mining stop ejo kufulalem. I would still now have those videos, pictures and everything. Ngajele ko one jinkon ka royalty jo le government ya komi nina ta sate do pasento le bije kamendi sare la ase kola ase royalty o ase corporate part of their corporate responsibility purum fanambe na mfango de mala nyame o mine effectual kono, but atata le to the state jinko were not paying that money to the community. As I speak right now, even today, every day nka madi anka protest le na sate la julobe jinko na lementa ta kanyang 589,940 dollars. Me along ko abe jinkon na julo la, but at the before the protest 1,271,000 dollars wole julo be nin jinko tema imantara na sate la kodo jokang na environment obeti nyakang silo rehabilitation jinko ya fo wol ne manke Batokunku jang. So, but at a stage, even kodo di kang alkalo nin dammanela in the name of the community. Alkalo was using that money, and the village, the money was not coming back to the community. So, ndol fanang yaje because at that time, man in fact strong BDC soroja. VDC lora la loto kuto fangal because ntola association fangal ya fight nung puru VDC nyanta ka soto le sare kon because at that time VDC in Batokunku ya ka pick nyameng anin silo manta anin local government lual manta so nga local government personnel involved le men kita boto bojanti bine councilo anin area council be about that particular matter but nga jube ko jinkong itata extension o ye je lansino be bul blamendo ye je fango mine inata dula do fana extend kotenge me alonko abenna badato nyemutala kata dulame wotendato abe je ma fangot so 50 meter ibe je mine kan without having an appropriate document which is lansino be bulle bari la environmental approval o expired so inanta ka ta eni yele nu ka environmental approval o se so imanna wasoro because itata le nu bari eni manna verify itoli progressing ke so ndefana nganna kisikisiro ke ngawolon duma so ngali tandi bosho lako we have to do this thing. So, but before that, we've written letters to geology. May along be those copies, I have them here. May along both VDC and the Youth Association, we are writing that letters up to 15 copies to both geology and the NEA. So, kabring along ko dim mamang ningkuo be continue la and then at the end of the day, ntolle la dula be tinyala, nata jinkon stop world. Biring a jinkon stop police nata no ma yente fangole arrest yemol sambanung banjunun ding 6 panel. O 6 panel o nata itandila ko mun ko mbe richino me explain kanjang. So police ol nata ko nyin kese alon ko Batokunku la kodo mantra jokan ye jinko authorize kan na kodo jo itol be dabondi la nyin ko kono le so jinko nata 400,000 check ole di mola as I spoke to you I will not disclose that matter because you have a court le so 400,000 o kodenga nata nin ko di dol na former nte saita men noto because VDC nata le I was elected as an auditor 2022 17 July 2022 ntele mu VDC la auditor dinu bari na chairmano ning treasurer scandalo ke jang men tata kanyang bari mata nyimbe court le as of now ni bifan kabonan city ne law matter so I don't want to go deeply there bari wo fanang sumanta wole la wole nata nte nata after area council the chairmano ning treasurer dismiss then still the committee need proper body or structure member la afial jiala that is time committee ni nata nte tombo katambi kata VDC continue as a chairman then other portfolio member je nata fill with other people so akita wale nyamanu but jinkong nata 400,000 cheko dile sate la after na protest ni so sate ko kodo nyimbe jola le inata 1 week mining okay ko be kodo jola imanna kodo ninjo so we keep writing to geology and others so geology thank God Jao and then that time Jao was the director anata itandi inata jinkong stop bri jinkong stop ye police all authorized because ye jinkong stop lungo mem fangola o following day jinko was at the quarry so nan tele nata geology call korange because nga later ninjele ko ye stop le puril kana mining ke so nga foi ten ye police nata mining close walling wala kabiri on jinko la mining but I will tell you 500 by more than 500 by 600 meters or 800 meters is in Batokunku today. That land is abandoned completely. It's not rehabilitated. And then Jiole Kalakono, former president of Tenko Menati, Bambol Menati Batokunku Jang, all from be like I think Geo Kono to the extent that it's not in fact safe to our people and then to even tourism around that area is a threat now.
Okay. Kami kumo kono iko jinkon ni mol ka nyomo dumale mu yalon ko akafendi wala dumala woti I mean is it that komi juloba ni jinkon tema because dealing with someone separately it seems like jinkon is somehow paying it or you guys are not aware of it. How do you see that?
Okay, ni jinko mbe okay kang then that mean they are enforcing malpractices because of jinko ka kodojo Batokunku VDC la account letter and they have that account number. But at a point, kabirin tenga preso seandi mamadi nimpenke adoma nimbe kang ako nga na alkalo nyininka that was the former alkalo. That means he fendi former alkalo nyinal. I told him that you cannot give the community money to the alcalo like that when you have because not only jinkola force it ko ni aje tolman first time o kodojo because of menekata itol buka kodo di mola kasi ka jo account ole kon So our account number detail already. Why are you giving the money to the alcalo separately like that? If that is true, and they could not provide any evidence or receipt whereby they have tendered the money to the alcalo. So still now I maintain that Jinko Ntola Kodobe Jinko Nela as far as the record and everything is concerned. Because whenever this matter go either court or anywhere, I can still present those reports. I can still present those records, and I can still stand behind that until Jinko prove beyond reasonable doubts that they have given the money to the alcalo and they have done it based on the so and so reason, and which I will time as an excuse. Nintengaje mbao mere lako omu excuse kense ngolete because na account of bijele inyantaka kodo nyinke na account ole kono. So account number be Jinko mbulo kono le sinya kilinte sinya sabante ye kodo deposito account kono me alon ko Batokunku kodo lem. So nim Batokunku fanambe maradi account ola ni yo kodo bonni je ka do mo molbe tele konti bolala komi ninyin dobe kiti o kono nyamenten. So bari kadi alkalo la wonyama, then I think o manke siloti that.
Nico alcalo then before alcalo. So at the moment, who is the alcalo and who is that alcalo? Ni alonko aningi konta mo nyomo duma.
Yeah, former alcalo coming up at that time Jere Jara Lemunna former alcalo ti. And then currently last month's back he was government has suspended based on certain things where government you publicly through the media and everything. I think all of us see those complaints. But now we have alkalia karfamena ofanam bijele mimu lamin jatati olem koren alkaloti currently. But whatever I'm saying, say referring as an alcalo, I'm referring to the former alcalo Jere Jata, not the current one.
Okay. Nina Tajibe during the tenure of Jere Jata, you know, la cordial relationship was very poor. Why, you know, that cordial relationship is poor? Is it that, you know, based on that, you know, a conflict of interest about the mining or not?
And same as far as my experience and then Ning Jerela Tarambulol is concerned. Ntel nin Jerela cordial relationship on anemang petea o mutonyality. Sometimes personally aninte nkasotole sometimes and then nae bulanyo jamaleke abe danta sunda menans plainly tilimbali ada manem because Batokunku ye ku jamale soto atinyata jang Batokunku ye kodi jamale soto jang atinyata jang you understand. So and then sate kodo ani musate nyaton koti nyaawo nyandi ila kodo nteng you cannot use it on your personal things because sate kodo musate kodo leti ntelata wolela sate kodo nyanta kata sate fengole kono. So ning sate project ko bijelo wala bari niga sate fengo use at the standard amon fenke son tolunga wole bay you understand. So and then afananka menje ko amu alkalo leti atele tamola sate bari in today's society omirol be nasikan demanding because momenting more especially inte because ngamen face nunjang wole mu manke jan lansaroti you understand akuma jama because I can remember I have a letter from alkalo even today ngo letter sodole aka en suspend from the VDC and I am baile fana sate nyinkono but not respond to him was this ko naka Nigerian female juba ya stop ka jube because atente bondino la jang nada I'm an employee at VDC he cannot dismiss me from the party from the committee not on a just cause. So luale natije luale bembondilaje wala ngakuri yake me alon ko manya nakake but he is not what his authority as an alkalo kana kafenke. So nga era council commanding del natibe era council ya itandela ko amo sembo soto and then from there we keep going not a reconcile to move to every problem kasoronga reconciling and move because of the interest of the community up to date mbawole nyama. But still now we personally have no personal relationship with us nimbula tanyola sate property lem wala sate dulaile wafita wala sate fengole me alonko nga lonko atanteng personally sate le tamu ngaje ko be ministry manage kan wala kube ke kan me alonko ani silo manta then interventa nga nala problem mo dan intel personally na committee wala nala problem be sumanta nyinela.
Okay, baraka bake handika bi badi undu albe la mekan concern TV la the Gambia equal voice bi and luntamba mun sotale jang wala Muhammad Sillati VDC chairman Batokunku mun ye programme o nying assembly ya wala top connect ni ko dikio la fanna la ebe bantala bankun kan top connect lom dulate dulamu yalon ko asone yata bage nyin temben na ebe promotional la promotional mi yalon ko kabri november karo tilitang anim fula ya commencé abita fo january karo tilitang 2026 so woto FFND la fa gagner la rek ning ye withdrawal ke top connect ete EBFM ebe bake la nyami wolom nyinti ko risito nyin samba afia la branchol to ni risito nyin samba afia la brancholo asike no ye gagné smart TV la Samsung smartphone and a cash power 3000 and mobile top it's a 2000 sadonole so what badin alkamule batu top connect lomdulati dulamu yalongo koditi yola karola at asone ata woleto so ndo kunyo bismillah ifanan sangi ninka baring ning mu fenete mu yalongo is very important pour ka akaja wolom san mainindi baring na Batokunku ni ya jibe ku jaman lebi je mu yalongo ayetora komi abafo kanyaning so woto ada kuma la bakele pour nay kacha bake Mr. Mane bismillah.
Abaraka bake Muhammad Kachali Beteyata Abaraka Muhammad Sillah video si chairman be murlafte murundila koma demanding because be topic min kono wala ngi mindti alla dandangola je okay but coming ita fongola palaso wala mu satela yirwa kafo itele mu wala sirantieti wo mu palasi kuma balati ate kono yo o palaso dum fanan ate kala ko itenin alkalo drone na nyanta interact labari yene sate molu be relationship o nyanta tarala altemale tenyim fo janko ko min ko alnin alkalo la tamandiri nyali ka fula sanya men na sayin alkalo ko la alla VDC ani tela chiamani ya sensipo be nyadi le bawo wala nyanta kodiala isaje nalibe satela nyanto kelela ko kunna alisa keleno alibe tara kan kelenga ko to ini sate molo alla bidi sinin sate molo anin alkalo la relationship be nyadile Muhammad
nse men phone yalo currently sidin alkalo bijele formal alkalo bijele and then ndola bidi si ning sate nim fonte mo relationship cordial relationship sort of le baba ke fong because ni ya jube ntena da chairman yala tamo men ni sante ma man sanjo si follow bari nga project call men center big project call le mo men yalon ko be takanne right now and then get le be project call be fanam be koma so ni tata jube fanan kabirina VDC nata fanan project call men damman ke kalon ne ko ni manke mo kilin kuoti and then sate le mu and then ni mu project call le men yalon ko sate sula baba kele and then mbe ko ndinto sate ka mutam fel mbe dula to sate ka and then fambu ko kuke because of antele committee di wala antolle be committee to nga bondi sate le bulo kono from the alkalo and then from the all projectual me alon ko nge manjang o project me alon ko community la priority top priority project call them me alon ko mbe kekan so for that note what I can say in that regard is that ning sate a very very cordial relationship also even alkalo nka misunderstanding but Martin now we did not work together because Ntolla project we sent a project proposal to him and then we sent whatever na Ntolle back can directly wala company back can directly any document membije we send it to him na kasi ala idea opinion or idea sekle anal approval haning nilla taka project ko dula to learning gal attention o ni ngale wala ko dula to because when it comes to land issue for ita alkalo le so lata nyim project kade lela ndol so lata dulala ka keje nyim project lem so fanan kala ma koy ro DJ le aka lom fele wol kake so ngawol jele wol keta
yo wobete ata anda fulanjango comme nying mayni min ba la dandangola yalon ning nata mayni na nafa beje la ning ku nafa tano fanan beje. Okay, so nyinu min kana mayni na la dandangola je foje ni do ko kumasi altol nu wol ka kayti la safe ban komin alla do ku nyanta kala munati anin wodo ku kono altul nyanta munasotola as VDC for the development of the village falni kaitile sate jeni wodo ku kuma sala dandan laba.
Okay, ila question of kumata bakela, and then I think I need to make a big clarification here because nying jang nu akitan tol bulu kole abalitinu. Because company fulale nata jang follow, mene along ko mining ke jang as far as community la tenyu kono jang aning kabringa VDC start. So follow mba start la gat nata jang time mena be masingolo fenkol nati ganjang o time no ntolbe nyim VDC kelole kono ni alkalo mam VDC so but alkalo mo itandila le me alonko ay wole presenter as VDC ye documento res o documento hani bi ala copy be mbulule ntol kabirin nata nga feel ko documento was not representing the community interest properly so nga gach kumandi ngoy ko documento mba amennale totally so because of certain things bi jele nyanta ka ajos so company ni mam balang inata nisitan discuss alkalo for do janning ka discuss ono nyinga kita argument baleti aning pusan pool jama ba more especially ntolla like active leaders holding active people oni la committee la company la management no tema pari nata into conclusion sida alkalo ya documento itande alkalo la ko nyimmanke satela interest ñun dol bije we believe that ko God is gaining more so community fana ye ñin disable c'est gat man na balang so nata MOU faling nga MOU kuto sato o MOU kuto kono na ñine ke je barangula community filo anyanta ka fence le o community filo gatle a fence momondi be lamoy kang me barakungo filo long ne fence o ñinje balo na ko standard fence ni bota je fanan ñanta ka loptano lo barakungo janne community clinic o ñanta ka lo barakungo with 5 wards o fanan ben agreement kono and then agreement kono kotenge ñanta ka 150 street lights o nati o street light o nata le kabrin 2022 nga all fix le so annually ika $150,000 contribution o di satela for recently kabrin teketa chairman otinu o taymo ñu na ko do scandalized from the committee so nata aitandila ko codite na account ko no komi this time around ye mo so inata ila anyu payment o me ka ke mole 150 ya double ye 300,000 deposit na account ko na that year and then secondly fanang na MOU fanang kono nintol nga project shoto me alon ko lafta gachi ake molie ana sembo tenton ka project proposal ni safele nga itandila o project all kono almost ye nani leke they are big projects maybe later may all be fanang count kontila ye killing me alon ko ibe stopo lo kan silo kan na jamango dalaje adi first time alkalo e o dula kuntule no aya wa fi jamango ni marché tema which is community dulalem so nga fil ko nimman structure exe nintol mantar de anytime ase wafino so nata kuntunte wo nyato nga gati engage as of now they are building 8 stores to lebe plano nyin kono bari stage by stage lem first floor be takanne atuta sai atuta kulero damane la bungoli lotale fo bimoto sai atuta ya akule damane pour ka concrete wole bije and then na kabila do bijang me yalon ko website o fanan ko tenge ye almost 450,000 ye wole spend ye ka jio because boholo nyimbe njele it was existing there arabo le boholo sinje fenko lem formal kalo nyine wol nati o project ko nati website so boholo donation lem nun kabri asing barabe station ni do akiline so nada distribute within website la kabilo be kono so gatle o le boning ala material cost ni everything jo so itolle o okay biring sama fanan kono kotanke na community sob dole mo o lotale no ameta and then VDC ka ala rent collect so sama nata o damage ala rufo bele bondije so rufo fanan na bondi ko ning bagaso men sanda je pour develop so gadna tan be ma wol fanan to bakele so nyini mu issue leti bari na MOU kono dal agreement o bijele ila nyini karoñi agreement o bijele agreement o bi ning gatemal and up to date there is a valid agreement between us and God because ma amend and obe happen gane bari ni nata jinkon birintol nata in power ngal kalo nyini ngale ayela MOU bondi ama MOU nying tendano so nata jingo fanam fenke bari akamuta ko kayti mantara je dal because hani bi up to now alkalo ma wo kayto bondi ntol yaje ntol ngam mem moy wole mu jinkon ibe $15 le jola per cubic meter. Every cubic meter, like $15 ikawole di satela. So percentage of revenue record can well BDC representative were on the ground to control the depth and then records on how many sales were made, how many trips were sold on a day. So amount of how many ton or how many cubic meter lela. So cubic meter we calculated we started munti. If we got in representative of la na account le. But at a point we feel that we realize that ko imantara ke kan account auto kodo nyimbeta kan ne amanta komi kodo nyimbeta kan ne nyale la me alon kamam betea so nata wuli ka balamba itandi gold. So but in short your question oni nzafo ino ko agreement no bijele bari agreement following malon consultation siba jelle kita wokono bari second one oni me alon ko ningachi asoto nga community consultation okele both elders youths and then BDC fongo nga consultation okele nga itandi control nga nyine slot agreement on kono and everybody was satisfied with it then nata nim VDC ning gachia agree o time of I was not the VDC chairman but I was the auditor. Then by that time Mustafa Kande was the VDC chairman.
Okay. Abaraka Muhammad koto senayata bari niajube coming Muhammad min for alani protest min keta ngamira yoke the protester gajlela kuala ino so andum itala dia moto ngamin korosije woleng alni gajte ma dakoro le kita kol min la danaka hani mebe ke bari gajiya jamale ke so itela miraro to munatina funding ke dolu nyanta fintila pour que la balamba itandi wo gachi ni na dokola alla tudoto je. Hello Muhammad.
Ngo niya funding la balamba ya jube mbe kuma dantam fola je membe Sénégal. Obe ibo moila clearly and then anywhere I can bring those evidences because they are with me. Though mediamu kam fonyole kono nse kaiti tanino la nte fendo evidence do bonila, but I think if this required I will share it with you. Ye will fananjue aketanyade. So tendantam for the protest kono they are very very sensitive. One is that gajibin tola dindingol faka ngawo je protest mina fly al kono. And then secondly, Gadbin Kenyo Sambakang, Poningele Nine Foko, Gatla Lansino Kono, Kenya Koye ni Mantara de Puruka Wafi. So, and then Kabiri Ntata, after protesting, ye police le panel lo commanding to better than Kule with Gach, Nteta VDC to Allah, Poningel ni ring leader Nimbiada, Gachiela Tenko Lansino provide le, ala copy. Kaitandi go detail of all their licenses and yajel. After ole atina protest kita bile the following day data femkola the second day again gachbe ko are kono kera doku continuendi and then amanke and dindi woni mambanta abanta June 30th June 2024 ngameranu naya tara gachi kera rishinoti ka bang ka odindi ngofa o protest nyanta ka stage wo time ole. And after that period again, gachi kenyo tajanne ka nyimbatin highway supply menta for arexi menta for sinya fula. Ya understand? So ngamera nu balambaya nyanta ka kewta man this time all men be protest okono ni bele kata gach. Ya understand? Ni bele ka more especially many protest inform. They were very close people to me because ni be doko ke nyola lenu as a femko as a president while I was the youth president. You understand? So wole atinanko because protection yin kono ku fulale bije ko gachi ka fenne dintela wole atinanka gachi fasa and then maje ko ntenga gachi fasa because one ntema gachi nati Batokunku puri na mining and then I have no authority or power pour que lansino di gatla so wo bijele power men ka lansino di gatla o mu government ne lansino di la pour ye mine and then I have no power or authority to revoke that lansing or stop gachi ko ite mining na Batokunku because first nin community fango moka hakilo tu jamba first protest keta nyame alabango ndele ngala kole yaje atani nani atoku yani ya police nani nkuo dolbe. You understand? But thank God that we are on the right track on that issue until nata ngatonya sabatindi sate nyantaka memfenge ofenkera bari nintata get la dula jube fonnikel ka même protest wolem ko gachi mining rehabilitation okay annen tol fanan tol ni gachi ta wala la se committee bari yenye itani nako rehabilitation is a post mining activity after mining nem rehabilitation okay i assurance di committee ni nako dinko tetula je tol bari rehabilitate la hani be tala material bondi from another place kanati but dinko tetula je tol bari rehabilitate la and then in this country lual le bijang ka mining or mineral soul govern. You understand me? And we are all aware of that. And sensitively, because being a village development committee chairman or village development committee, we have certain things that we are answerable to those things because local government lual beta nyeme along ayentol finance sansang kudol bije manya na o limitol na on constitutional bigele many along command among can role as a VDC chairman to go and stage or center a protest. So silol bijele mbega gat every time ngakuje nte ngakuje me alon ka mamfenke because na MOU kona bijele nge invite le yenan ining ngasi ngatebulo bula nyotema nga itandila ko nyin ketale wala nyin antol lafta ay keten ninteng na iba ni atara antol ma understand ya explain mo na atara ka solve le ina ya solve then nga continue because every time antol nga gat command as a committee they will come.
Okay, Muhammad Baraka. Hani bide ni ajube pour kaje sene andi kuke yalong ni tara gajbe sate la nafa di kela. Woto sate molu fana nyanta jara ko gajbe na nafa di kanale ye kont ya ay hani ma wasala bari ya je ko yolu ba ke kanne. So natara wo benum sate molu kono ngaji ko maybe nyim protesto min aketa je woto woma nyanna soto no bar hanisa maybe mosa mirano lo ko kube je le miyati na modol be balandim fo ka finti ka jero ka apola yewo je nyaadile.
Okay, c'est même fois ntola get la protesto get la development amam mo kumpa sati nyin kono jang kamenke amam mo kumpa mo especially mo mondi tata nyim protest la nse kuma kilim fo kudo bijele me alon ko amane tabakele and then me menke da ring leader ti protest nyin kono at a stage ntenga afama ulu fa me ate ulu ngamuta kenye biola le suta kenye biola illegal mining nga samba police anatang attack memo omo alkalo bari formal alkalo nyim bari ndingolete ate dingo nyim fa natang attack coming ate disappointant la lenka fama chikanka samba police coming water illegal mining o time nga jinko stop fangor o time nga sudo bele kenyin kware kono from 2 o'clock onwards kata ka motor stop nga moto tara jenga police le kole nana ya kama so nata tara afengede so dingo nyim fang wo grievance ba tole hani be against ante while ndoku nyole mentemang like I have no personal thing against him or any other thing but me muto nyale funny enough ngata ko are kono fango suto ngadi ngoni fango almost more than 7 times still I have those evidences pour ngata ko are kono ngajube because nga njikira ko moto lebe ko are kono right men be operate but so unfortunately amanna na call pick nata fama le taraji fo nga fama sama police ani fama ni musade di ngoleti jandakati ya understand nada fama ni nesa taraji fo nga sama police ya understand so ona case nada ka kejane fo case banda. So and then still now I have the record of that incident where the father was saying that ko ateka illegal mining neke pour kala dimba balundi ateka ni kusi balle ka dingo le dingo sponsor you understand o mata ni report to during school fenkole so the entire protest and in this was this ko you told me they were protesting iko get the side manager memu Amadou Maneti ani alkalo ntolle kam muna fani kodola. But get whatever they are paying to Batokunku, they put it in Batokunku's account. Komi yajele Sancheli menango gachka wafijang Batokunku $30 sile sote pa kibimita. You can verify with other chairmans. Tujere ning sanyang ika $25 sile diwala pa kibimita. But Batokunku ndolni la negotiation ol keta nyameng mbalanta nyine kang after $30 pa kibimita ika ole di Batokunku. At the end of the day, niye wafiro ke na record sol nka talile ngana nga calculate sate ta mumuneti yeta yake sate la account they deposit it in the village account not with me. So kabirin waki seasonal natanga nyini ngamen okay. Alia provide any proof. Alia provide ko gat ka nyine dintela ya dinnaten wala ya dinnaten. Because gat nene kodo di former alcalde mentara $300,000 about coming land owners ni tara fen ko ya dia la sati to ya law kodo domata. I make sure I got the receipts from both Gach and Alcalo and presented to the committee that ko nyine keta. Na Alcalo former Alcalo nyim fon komandi a diamo kera nyine da ko kodo ya komi ayata ka kala kuruso ngolati. Do you understand? And all those things were on record. But Gach ka project kijang. Project kijang. Mutual ba BDC ba mbengalon ne ko project kol nata nyame. Hani Gach la project kol fang project kol men kijang ne mang komi ka kodima di ntola. If they needed a being contractor letema, contractor may contract award men and only be contract award mena, ini wale ka MOU sote ka dio nyadile wala stage of payment. So material oli ka wale nati barakung wida cement ole wala fengolem. So nim BDC receive nga acknowledge ko nga nyine receive. So nga keep doko ka continue wale nyama. But money directly ibuka tilin nafang wala yadi na committee member. Do you understand? And in committee again we have procedures. As far as committee code ole makata treasurer ya. Anything atele be responsibility not as a chairman, but the union for Gach ka fenne dintela. So not I'm going to let them prove that because nimoli allege as a community leader ntenga kujamale ke janinka ke barok janinka recommend ka ke barok VDC chairman not iman samana wonya makanke VDC chairman not. So na integrity is always important to me. So you should all be the near wall nati because this whole process was just an individual grievance. Protection after that. I would say a document with you after many protests. It only later send Gach according to saying Gach audience from Gach and you kuma jamale mention wo issue kono me along ko wolne mune atina because one thing bini nata jang e later dintela le ko later mendita dintela e ko bo dila e kata later geology because nga po ene ko ni lafta kam in procedure ke ngata geology le wala nga fenke later did the geology around 3 o'clock. That was today around 3 o'clock. Tomorrow morning protest okay. So Jude Fang publicly, a company as a department of geology. Year later dealer, then they have to do their own investigation. They have to look at the matter. But the following day, at a protest center. So what is you are even the committee, even that department, you are setting them up because later somebody geology. Now for the onyama, year later on the wet ground condition jumale at that time jumale fanan. Those are all requirements many along kumata back. But Gach, let me tell you one thing. Gach is a very, 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 very essential partner to Batokunku. Yalon mol sunta wala ba mambala wala ba. Gach mining have improved a lot within this community. It has provided essential developments in this community. You know, foro load kumakangokan. Me mutonyati. Ida mune bije, bari nyine mutonyati. Ane moti nyimbali nola ndola funding kel be ngata filo men kono ngapile je wota mo fa amans pensi so beso ni be mano kan ibe anywhere gatle wo bondin tolkan ane aku jama fa so me yalon ko bijele yalon nin fenkol nara satol nara ane de pare ndol nin gach be Batokunku badala tinyakan eni ye bijanne geology bijanne fotol nyaman tarala. As a village development committee chairman, what power or authority do I have over more than those people? You make a mining land, award, you make a mining land, regulate, you make a mining land, terminate no. And a luan living in Bangkok.
Yes, Baraka Baka Willem Atonyaki, Badim Loalka Concern TV, the Equal Voice, a program Miyalonko, Akasodage, a Concern TV, Munim program when you cemetery, Awolom Top Connected, Ni the Bantala Bankunkang, Elafta Kodoki, the Lamudi, Gambia Bankunkang, a Top Connect Lomdulati, Miyalonko, Asone at the Bake, charges to gay. Ibukafo enyenta gine jola nibe kodo kila top connect internet na ibe promotional kekan kabring on the 12th November abikafo on the 10th January top connect ni kodo receive ibe Gambia Bankunkang afuela mule ko ye risito nyin samba afia ni risito nyin samba afia e da setari mol kono munyanon ko ese gagné no so woto Nintendo film smart TV laji Samsung smartphone aning 3000 cars power aning mobile top $2,000 top connect wala yung programo ni ataka sembentuya Mr. Sillah niaji de ku jamal la bije munyalong ko komila kumo ko na yafa nyamin alla agreement aning global wo agreement ko no loptano for the jele. But is it that loptano kino balbulle pour que loptano lo o fo dum alié wandi cordale recommend wolum dulaki munyalon ko al lafta jekela loptano whilst jemu private compound let if I am right wolum fray kundadi jemu wandi dulalet. So is it that you guys recommended a private, a compound to be a hospital? If it is yes, why are you okay?
Okay, first of all, memang folay fry kunda mangke private compound ati, and then tolmang fry kunda recommend as an coming loptano menkana because fry kunda fang lore bukano keno je class ol bijele fry kunda tibabol le natin jang school kota monung primary school nursery school mantara jannu o class o school kake wala nyama bari biri kata ya murundi satele kan so o tibabo tatale amantara jang den satele tamu place o nyindi saying amanke private compound ti o onse wosene andi fay kundala ma fangoto because ngawo kaytol jele and then secondly loptano kabirin lan ku wala nakita problem otinu gachi nga kala muta o time manke VDC chairman o bar gachi leta fulale fango safe nam VDC kay tandi ko itul paretale kaloptano nyina project ko start so ngalani tandi la me alon ko dulale mu abekela loptano loptano nyinti so nata yaja mela fensi ba kono jang ndol nata jele propose so nga chief sape nga government even governor try nga be blandi kol nin kono komi jebe soro la nyaade le comme ça ne ko loptano be kala di anen after alkalo nata kayto dada o kayto fanga deleketa sedoti document nin kono anen na kafunyo dolem so document nga wasamba chief ya kaytandi ko lafta kanin dulale ke loptano ti mi alon ko ni dunde yaaje me kankan kono damman because according to the story here yaaje me duladol di yaaje me la janne bari duladol bi fanan ay wotaning symbole la so me alon ko coming critically on is on the jane commission and everything so ye dula fango taden yaaje me block no jang and then nyindula ko fanga tangor ngani opportunity soto mbakuma kilim fola jang okuma ta bakele banko kanjang dulado be Batokunku jang ntele nene ala ko wulindi al kalo la bari ngajele nu wasam Gambia fan ya post about David la isulela about David la korda Batokunku ko mbe wole tray kan kata bulo kono mo especially al kalo bo wole tray kan kata nyimmu kumoleti mem manke kuma sotori ngoti ya understand because David fango ayo korda soto nyaadi le force janni mol ka wodi amofo because ni a jube durani soto tenne komi abe school lo ya anin community library anin fenkol so wole mo agreement oti kayti fanta bulo kono agreement document le babulo kono so for over 30 years time ama o 20 years more ama wo document ama wo agreement of fulfill then therefore community fengo seven dolle nga letter from sofi alkalo ya I auto that letter I let him call David I tandiala ko boy among agreement on yinke sa landing sa ya kuntu half member koma ayota as a residence because he was already taking care of the land so me along katara more than 160 by 160 ya understand so nyato ayatu sate bulokono nganna sate la development o dolbije nga wolke because jang land munto la problem olati because kankambani kono ni aje na bada ma fa ni dula ma tidiyele ka kuma yaje me la dulale ka kuma anin kudol so men ya lon ko ay na sate batandi baba kele ani la barangula geographically ni barangula location o jube and I have written 2 letters to TDA ntefango personally because ni korda kaytol fango dol bi jamfang ni koy katay dada me alon ko more people are living there for more than 20 years and inside man kayti kendo soto man clearance soto no because of nyin TDA problem o ni dada ani clearance o bonni fiscal plan ni ne kakela problem oti and nyim ko leti me alon ka be Batokunku batandi kan kadu Batokunku ni 800 meter bonni Batokunku kono as TDA then automatically sate nyina 2 member tulaje among another 200 meters kotek
Yeah, Nico settled the agreement with David, American born. What was that agreement? And is this agreement written and signed by both parties? That is the then Alkali, not the tenure of Jerez tenure, because Nimu Feneti Muyalonko, David made a word lateral. So is it that you guys have that binding agreement document? And who is the alkali who signed this memo with David?
Okay, yalong mba kumole foka me yalong ka jampata lenu because asige time mena nyinko ka ke mawulu fang sakati manata Batokunku at the stage I can say that, but nga agreement document on nyinjele, and then agreement document on nying abe formal kalo nyim fang bulo konole a farmer the founder of the community ba mamudu ole document on nyires, and then document on manke kunu gundinti because David fang document ta bulo kono because even new alkalo sita that was a communication that ko ye de transfer. So many alonko aketale. Do you understand? The former alkalo ni ya normally nyawo nyande pura ay kaito dila amang kaito dila because agreement no membi je wobi chele but amang kaito dila. Why I know at a mela fang ning call ntol ba wuli nila as a village development committee, and then we would see that we see the end of this because community agreement or more agreement and then the land now the community needed it. So that's quite because until boka development also be restricting sare kono. Though I made a land into but more mafoko we are taking the entire land from him. You understand? There's no proper document fang. Atewa develop kan but about fence kan there is no in fact even alkalo transfer be the list document in honest in a compound. It's not there. Obviously.
Okay. Wo mu feneti mu yalonko abe maniela bakale because different development jamale code lado. So if they've claimed that Aljanta compensate lale, what you guys are going to do? Because kunwa jamala ka for niaje defly o yirol fon mamboindi because of IJ list, and you are claiming that Kafoko Dave Mang any proper documentation also go blood.
Nakeba anse min foye ko anyim banko kan liska nanin saratol lela aya list nyadile aya list mintole. List is an agreement document. We are all aware that list kana nyadile. Before you list a document you have to ascertain ownership first, and then concerning ibe men fonam fo kan ning komimba compensate la munela ni David kabe compensate David he have frustrated an agreement. There's an agreement in place. I am frustrated. So we are not claiming the entire land from him. Yeah, understand? We can divide the land. I proper document on the other to the other one, and then this other one remain in community. We are still because in David we have families. We sit down here together, and then we have to interact. But that's community interest come first. Wherever we are certainly neither community interest or them. Hani mune keta idela interest or bije. I personally I stood with the community interest. When the community interest is there, then that's what we push because atele kalabang tonya mumunti wale kalabang. So ni jani ba for David Ladula, David ya soto nyadi. Because before you list a property, you have to own it first. How did he acquire that ownership? David cannot provide any tangible document that he have paid the former alcalo or the founder who made blind in diala. Aya joni nangam kari le lole kaito dia. Wala nin kaiti kari le dia. Fatata all list. Then all list panang ninga aje lungo mena wala nga futandi dula nga all list de lungo mena. Then we will also see how alista nyadile oku keta nyadile. David ni aje fang amang feng bondi je fang sate elda sol lebe ko ni negotiate kang even ika alkalo ne accuse a court ay kujamale alota kujamale kang every time ning tol ni sembo nata akang pruwa issue ni nyanta ka push le we want to take it to the tribunal court and then everything. So kuma fen jamale kita me alon ko akang jiso nyabuala aka ponya te fanga ba consult lale. He wrote a letter to him and invited him on a meeting to occasion amana so up on those meetings which are very 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 sensitive and all manya nakake.
Okay, iko that global ay Marco Jamala di Sateola. That global covering alnai yedoko dati. That global ye kera kujama ani yirwa kujama le sabu Sateokano. But Ninata Ajibe, environmental. Is it that the village is not affected? I'll throw for them consider.
Environmentally we are affected because affection on environmentally anata nte ba karabara as the two sides because one thing utamu ni tada barangula bada like a very dense forest letaraji like animals like monkey and others were there but mining yening nimbe bondi jele yeah understand it. And then wind and everything those are true at the stage that's the stage that give us that 150 184 coconut trees for us to do tree planting. When told complaint about environmental destruction or about coconut trees, they all demolale plant. Understand? Okay, again. But ni order damage juve. What I can tell you is that gache dulame mine first time no ye rehabilitate and then J right now ni futata J fang ni nene ma lonko J mind tale ni ko jam mind tale ite sonala but mine in menna bigger effect bentol kam fang baake fang it's jinko edulame mine because PJ I don't see your height but it's like 4 meter deep 3 meter deep 2 meter deep you understand ni be santo ko waleje so hani sai wol dulaman takindi wokono rehabilitation manke wokono wole fango entol affect because gats iboda dula like ka rehabilitate iboda dula like ka saren so abuka banko nyimbuka muru anyama 100% dula nyimbuka muru anyama 100% but dula nyinka tale to extended that I have some pictures here many along ke dula me rehabilitate after I will forward those pictures to you yaje akeda I rehabilitation o kenyame I dula me rehabilitation fana abe nyadile yo all fananje and then those are on the ground here me along ko ikera janne so ibe dula men to currently imanjeri rehabilitate because imampare mining naje hani sign they are mining there right now.
Okay, Usman ni nyingin ka sa barek sa ginin ka janing beduna current avial isu kono.
Yo, abaraka Muhammad, abaraka chairman. Allah nying Batokunku ko be fenkering bari lafta ni garo kala ko kire nay no e kana jako fonke tumi kula hani. Yenyi mention jande ko kodido nene nata vidi sito ya la alekalo ya diwole la bara alekalo nata foko ayoke kuru songleti so yamira coming ila modolu sate kono yamira nyamen na ko teni gajbe nyomo e kan kudo lele yamira fo gajbu ka kuru songdi fana naga
nse men jabi no e woto ya understand unless momondi o miro chika dare them to bring it on table because nte ya lente to miro amanene man dianye fo nga chika le ngala ndi table ko nga fo ko nyine kita ya understand even ngadi amo mem fo e fenjang if you ask me any evidence even ni suro mbabe tendela either with a picture le mo document hani biringa chi kaido e kodo di alkala fo le ala on disido dana or disido I have the picture here I stamp I sign but sometimes nyimbanko kang se kuma kilim fono nying is not about Batokunku alone you understand because mineral zones all nyimbanko kang land like minerals generally belongs to the state you understand and then these minerals are there to be exploited and at the end of the day ndola benefit because ni ajibe nyimbanko ka Batokunku kenyole ka bondi jam mbuka bero soro jam nga bero bondi don la sate le ko ngana na bungolo so and then nka kodo le spend kasang ni ol fanam balanda ko rote bole la sade kom fombe me fenkele natural resources alay we are endowed to certain things but it dol fanam bidele ndol fota men even globally nka nyim telephone may use we are talking about do you know there are exploitations and everything that happen this nyina existence kono nyanta ka nyim putle na mine kono and then secondly fanang when we have things na political bondia kono let's I'm a very straightforward person. I want some things that are factual because nim banko ntol le ba sambala banko dingol and fonga to nya fonyoy nin gachima beng nin issue kono I would say it clearly I'm one of the best criticizers of Gach in this community janin ne kanyo understand ininte follow le problem so do Batokunku jang janin mi momo ndi ka stand But kabiri ni bulo be dunda nyako. It's not that ko because Gach will not provide any document from Gach or think of Mohammed Nanatara Gatle atata personal fongole foje. Wala, it's all about the community. It's all about the community. Na community interest lem or na community netanyine na community. But the problem is this. You know, mandinka kundi ya maneta. Ni sare la tapena ikantele use as a VDC chairman. Let me talk to Gach puru nga soto. So ni nga soto ni te tara protest center ko tenge ko Gach man fenken toli. Ndebe siri nyaya la biala ye fenjamale ke. Woman ke diamoti me alonko nte fanan ninga wole ates. Kata media to ka gatto tinya anin ko then we are not like I'm not honest. So in fact what is happening on the ground. So because gets kananole because all nim project all me alonko gets bege ike ibela evidence all be get from bulle. Ibela expenditure menke akona bela receipt all be bulle. Inintol sometimes bagaso don me alonko ya nati ika nati le ninga receive nga asafe ka recommend ko ngani amount to receive because aka budget le aka dadale. So ni only present sign like mbamuna fala. So tonya hana diminta nyaonya ne no matter who is against it. Nte mu community sabaneti. Mbe sate la position ole. And then at the end of the day ala ben konti bola le ngamun kenyim position ot. So take la interest among ken fenti nteya na ya tara nun tonya te akuo. I would say the truth. And then get ni atra get ka fenne dintela. Puru sate la fenkole. Ya sate ya bondi ba okay yin fenkari le di Mohammed la puru ka nyin dulatinya wala puru ka nyinke. Because at the end of the day motol men kata kware ko kata kejo bi moto kilinti je me alon ko Mohammed le tam. And sometimes ni wuluta Batokunku jampa itata malo ikata min tolefa. You understand? Because inka supply oleje ikanyine supply nim project of fenko nata all fonka jo through get la account olela and get ka account transfer like intole. So ni oje aben jahalale because drive moto man trante bulo kono drive man trake samba kantea ama fo inene ta fo ko ngake nyo je le bulo kono aya sama nyindula karile for almost 3 months sama kono ka wuli na bunkoro 2 o'clock 3 o'clock 12 o'clock ka wuli kabo even geology knows that kabo kombo Batokunku jam fo carton ntenga illegal sign mine in Kelejane. I have those evidences in that at night. So why would I allow Batokunku exploit Okanantelea Uban Taratakam Batokunku? I don't think this could in fact make any sense. Because mining, and then at the end of the day, whatever Gach is mining in Batokunku, the government has a say, which is going to the central government and will be utilized will be utilized in projects. Many control baby munafalale. So because say a percentage already, more document but in Tolga and everywhere Gach start with us, ikanine formally. This percentage belongs to the government, nim percentage mutual tar, and ika satela fengo be jo nyineko. And there is a case mun nyanta kami understand. Janning lansino nim fenko ka Gach ki ika company ki sate kan because company ki linne man najak pour mining fenko la. Government ole ka ila lansino dila. Itole ke ila lansino la condition of the local government na fenko inquiry nyen kono nga moyle ko ika komi company ka amount of money le jo failure to rehabilitate mansakunda be ko dole usla ka dulani rehabilitate. But for Jinkong, I followed geology and other departments about it. Still, kumanke akono. I wish ni be diam ka nyamenten you could be here. I would take it to Batokunku la mining site. Ifo yaje. Inyala. Nka men complain yaje. Gachi minto le mine, Jinko minto le mine, and mune keta nyindla ifo yaje. It will be the information that you would many people protest from la Gachi. If the protest was really nothing changed as of now about that particular claims that they are making. 1 week later, Gach received a letter from the youth association. Ko ibe audience sekla against Gach. Ilafta kudol la pointsol. I saw that letter from Gach. And that's in fact a disrespect to us. Because we are the village development committee, we are the entrance to all development in the community. So before our own people that are under us reaching Gach, they should have communicated to us what they wanted. And they informed us in that letter. Need to my letter samba. If you all write a joint letter, it will be more weightful than fraction killing. But the core member ko na be munyo baino leti anen obuka labang tonyale kalabang At the end of the day, let's get brought get ya nati because in data police la panelo get ka membe di Batokunku le membe ke Batokunku ya be fojele bari get ya bondi ko nganyine di Mohammed la iga dinari chino men kam mayo fanam bondi kodi so ni o tata keta yalonte ante lata nyine lante buka corruption or expose. I will tell you the saddest thing right now here. Batokunku kodole domata ja men tata kanyang almost 1 million obota nyin kwarel kinyaro le kono jinko ne o kodol jo obota janne mo kum fula le adomo Batokunku ja. Guess what? Funding kel ni kebal bebe no makanne bi ndobe ku yarine Batokunku ko because ndel lafta kata wol samba kod lafta kata wol soro. Han in fact the formal kalo wrote a letter to IG kaitani ko ani sare funding kel be kambentale ka case ni withdraw nga account letter save ko tanke nga itandi ko onin case amanta withdraw la because we are the plaintiff ndole nga court sambaje ndole nga case samba court ndole nga case samba police. Let's police carry with their investigation and then prosecute those wanted. And as I speak, being Gabon la second hearing it. So this is and in community the funny aspect of it. Nyima funny manke protest court. Nyim call membe ke kan nyindulat. Abela kodo nga kodi ndo mandi mengon soroje pour sata ya mapam munafal. O tata foolishly. Ya understand? Fo manke protest court. Ye jumala je protest banal nyinkono ya je minton. Let's put the truth. Sometimes the reality is the facts on the table. Will be discussion on the andila nga nyoba indobula nyim banko mbele tam. And then koku ndi mbakela nga politiko le bondije politiko manke fenti. Al time le bala. Ni o watu tambita.
Yes, very true. Ni nata banko kajibe banko la interest ate wala interest wala be banko develop la. But mbegi ni kala fanna mu na wala mnyenti ko ni nata jibe Batokunku ye fenso do muya lonko Batokunku nyande fa muna fanna je baba abake. But wo fanna nata ke fenti muya lonko sateo nyim mantari nsafo ko ntela jeroto because nde ajele ko fe nyim meta Batokunku batale and they are not taking care of it. Olom nyim wind power miloti muya lonko abe Batokunku for altefere ke la kaje ko a source of energy soto wind power milo bala.
Okay, wind power anse mem fono e ngamo ile ko ala kodo kasaro leketa je bari ante o atesno la because ala evidence tembulo and then media le mo fonyo le mal fika diamu wala to bake because wala wala ko yentara dindi akono. So bake fongande o tamo man na setul Batokunku jam barin se mem fana yitandila there kabirin tol nata ngala inquiry kele we are in fact looking for partners many along ko mbari stola bari ala problem mo monti ay problem mo mon soto nga fenko men kumandi technician o men consult ako pour ka adoku abe kanyan like ani men technician o men kana doku ka bungo tay ani fenko be abe tata kanyan fo almost $2 million. So woda mammanke promote ni nata wala kotenke foye lansino ni ala lansino ni because ala operational lansino expire foye ofanan ibe ofana ristola manse navek bulu nyaadi le ofana mo anoda tinglet and ala transformer be dulamento right now alkalo ya transformer ni move ndi jele kadi kajedi conform alkalo ni ya move ndi jele kadi company dole la mi alon ko fish mill factory le member sate ni kono so etara transformer ni jindi na jira pompo bala ya londi jele so transformer farang na ko mu isulede bari ntol nga tarale bari kabirin time men nanu lafta ka wulindinu bari kodo men je any committee we have a skill of preference so kodo men bento la account ko ninga kodo ke nga dundia kono sate la immediate need sol ntena will develop nola and then win million fanante na parela anyama so wala atina sembo dango danta dulamento nga sideline wala to bara bi janne hanin science ate hani sama ninga reliable partner also because don atale jannu aya wala sandi kumole fo alkalo nya encourage pour mol nga wafi ntol balanta ase committee anata num format video si jamano tamola nata defanan tamola balanta ngay ko okay sade property lem nte malla ka tota pour ka wafi and most especially wala ka some price o menna and then ilafta ka operate nyamem fanan e ko be da $3 di la Batokunku la every megawatts kono $3 so ngaje ko wote uma reliable because na atele mala onati sama na ko aba bondila Batokunku ba sambala dula do dum so fanambe kela anoda isolate so we do not support the selling but still abe janne do amam manage kuda tinya ole ya tina alota ku den alota ten because Batokunku ye kaira bale so ma fangoto because time no men be Batokunku can attest this ika kurango soto le at a very very low cost so because win milo be operate kan but science thing maybe nyin kas for kolea kono anin ku kotengol so na tara win milo nyimbe jang at least abe Batokunku supply le even neighboring communities within Batokunku as a supply no if it is taken care of properly so but as of now umu nyimu kolea ti me alonko abenna plan sol konole but the capital resources to implement what we think about it is the problem as of now.
So Mr. Sillah niajibe kachako no ka bring former alkalola tenyu alla funding ke dol aning altel VDC dina tajibe there is fragmentation you guys are not unanimous so mulam altel la simpa dati as a VDC chairman.
Okay, there are certain leaders in this community. Komimba follow la former alkalo la division and divide and rule. Ole mu problem and then jambara kunkuning problem nata. So I jumale affect. Wala relation momondi be o mari support kan wala momondi no mari relata. Nite ko ibe ole tonya fire la den alonko ini bele be nyola. Wala bi jam. Wole mu fractiono nyina penkoti. And then asiyara funding ke kundale katambi every funding ke mitino ronga ndia mu foje asiyara funding ke kundale katambi abeti haning nimbe critical decision ol takan laftanu ngata alkalo ni mit wala funding ke be nga finting ngake mitin dulato aka fole bari time tawato nyesi yajube ika jumal ika mojelleje ika jumal leje annim fotale je fang diamol kafo nyaadile and then at the end of the day ndol menka diamu with the heart with the facts so ndol lekanaje as an like as a threat or as an enemy at that ground so he can busani busolela so and then ning sentiments of one karimul lansaro le karimanke lansaro ti so nim fana ye mol batandi bakele and then ni ajube nim banko kan bi jumale ba fala dama baro ko manke lansaro ti banjul moti wo fala to nya fo nyoy gambia no len and he is there. So moving from Talinding or any other community to come and sit down at Batokunku, oman ke baliendi, omatina manke lansaroti. And sometimes we go extra mile for the community. We along community along buluta jane, menta jane, nene mahajo kyala. Because this alkalo, former alkalo benu mennano. Naya tarano ay challenge sort le kabri ala position auto ani menka tilnino le ka ngamuta nyofe kujama bije ote futala woto bari sembo mfangol le kadin na nyaton ko lani silola me alon ko over manetale because ni nyaton ko a bolotale ba na hajite woto amambolo ba na hajite woto as far as na nyaton ko lem ni fenko ni tana for against that person dik ikam molle je menke attack and then many toñaje fanam be lolala and jama fanan ka toñaje le ibu ka sonka fo ni wulita jele mu ina école duma albe menna kebal fon albe menna al silole mu kirib karab tenni ma keta tenne nte mangu idea civil support oli alon ko be Batokunku batandi kanne back mawra community long bari Batokunku sa fo eno jang publicly Batokunku mu sate doman bimmeti a doyata le ne ya other neighbors or consider bari Batokunku is a very 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 critical and a dangerous community.
Tonyati finally Mr. Mane ni ko exedo mo sa directa nyonika isa jen se du current affairs kono.
Yeah, Mohammed ngamera nga current affairs chiwe bao nyindo nga kujamal foje folong.
Okay. Baraka bake wolam tonyati bading lo bidum ambe duna current affairs kono bading muntuta wato do mang siya koteke bi be munna fele nang current affairs wolam fonyi kansala la dibite iko mun komandi almame jibale ko ya jamin jenta silo digala wolom power of Anthony le prokaje ko ke Gambia mansa kunda samba kitiola alio je nyaki de because right now toma ila kuma kan kono Mohamed Sillah Mr. Sillah ila kuma kan kono iko lafta ya jamela o kankan fanna do yusla adu almame jiba felenti adiamda de ako alaftale ya jamme power of altobi diala wolo nyindi ko ke sembo diala pour que Gambia man sakunda samba court so iti oje jadile because atel lafta dulala kala loptano di ala kankan kono adum mbi ala ne ko jamme ay kayto la soto ni dulato de dulabu yalon ko at halom ay kayto la soto je adum ning altel data development o kije est-ce que ça marche ding atal afegla
okay me kumo start la dulamento hani ya jamme fango be jang alma jiba damante alma jiba ni natan na sade kono janne fom alkalo ni mit o taymonu ya jamme dulani be diamond dinno kono no o taymo suku nala molle nata but as of now global property fanam bijele anga moy ko man sakundale ya option global property la bari tollo as a community di no any document nga pol ning no ma nyaawo nyandine bari fanan dango kila wol bari se même fono loptane ni na karola hani yaje me fango bijane hana barangu be mala personal property leti ala Gambia kanola anin ku kurengo kama den ngal jigile barangol entitled to a place me alon ko ba kala medical center ti me alon ko ba kala ila munafa dulati ngalon ko wote kela isuti because we are not taking that land for individual interest or kata ka kundu ka wafi wala ka gefenti but rather a health center that even yaja me nana ta jampang nana ta gadin dole ke wala nata mole nata alo dulato natele asoto can go to that health center so therefore public interest lady anybody can go there tomorrow so which is very very thank you. Secondly again the same issue about the former president janning mba kaytol fango penkela ya jame benu mansa yale kono nu otaymo wande mbiyalo ne nyimbanko kata nyame otaymo how did he acquired that entire land ya jame ka dulame ka claim baranguja ya ka bo barangu tonkon ro fo tonkon kilingo ro ko nin tanje bodar ya jame fa abe fensle so wo manke ane sade kibal ka fole critically dulado bije yo diala le wo mo atale ti yo diala le sade fango le yo diala bar jana atane sembole la so as for now man sakunda fango man kayti indol man kayti je komi sade moli nyine diala ya ungaje ko sade ke bal membe ko kono e document o bondi tolle ya diala talo land ownership kono jambari fankama mansa na wonata sokoti ma yaje mela time akal lafta ila dulale nakeba ngadi ya mom men foyde malla fi ka jamfa ko kono baake bari tolbe wala implication o lonne wala ngalon ne aba kila nyaadi.
But Mr. Sillah nina na jibe mon lebe dogo la kankan kono mi alon ko ibuka nafa nsafo ibuka fendundi sate wala ranke sokon. If I am right, you can prove me. If I am wrong, you can tell me, because lot of gardeners mi alon ko ibe dogo la and they are non-Gambians. Full ika fendundi la bamfo buka fendundi asa dola development or quote
ibuka fendundi sa la development o quote because ni yoje ndolne ne sidala se committee nga o ku jubele nga ku jamal bari ni aje odu 90% of the odula were sold and then belong to individuals so ni gardener soul ni kana ikanale ikata o individual le ya fo ko nsoni na lafta ka garden le keje wala mfu wala lafta ka garden le keje so me alon ko ya wa file fire fence individual property le musai ni bara ka garden sol je dulamento if you are like if you haven't if na tara ka jejele sign thing ka fence ndingo membe je ko ndingo men taraje aw fasi atale so na tara sate dulale mo nyama mo sa a complain no sa futandi dulal to me alon ko nyanta ka okele bare hanin sate la dunde fango vai illegal connection o kanna connect nawek pura polola a toro bijele hanin do mandinte at a stage nawek nene public document of indindala birin tole complain o sambono nawek about the issue so obuka banje so fanang bijele bari koleyaning sate la issue niaje ntol ma pus pour yefendundi sate la ranke so kono ni mudulale ti me alon ko ye wafitale dolbi je formal kalo ni ne wafi dolbi je fanang like kabilo dolle wafi dolbije individual dolle wafi so wafi the individual lema so as a community intol man kan so to jane nyimbe manke kuti se men kelono so amu isuleti mi alon kon kantale ke ndanta dulamen to ngawbula.
But Mr. Sillah, you mo jamela property leti. So niko sateo alkalo ya wafi. You know, wo wafi running. Is it right or wrong? Because dulalom yalom ko abe mansa kundala koro. You know, jane commission nyamra they are the right people. Muyalom ko enyanta o property wafila because it is the item de ko jamela family be wafila. So is it correct or wrong?
Ke nse men fone o dulato wole munyinti ko nde jamme property issue ning malla fika sonje la pake because as far as man document je me alon ko jammele nyimbeta dula men di dala mambala o dula but other than even TDA restriction of because TDA lands all those lands are very close to the sea then alkali man sembo soto ka dula wafi ning ikata lua e mendi dal alkali man sembe soto ka TDA lands all wafi then bari jang nse nyine foeno a wafitale and then ninko formal kalo ya wafile I can present documents to you many alonko I ngamenu ja wafile and then dolbi je fanan amabe ateb damma mabe wafi ngawol.
Okay, sunati Mr. Mane, current affair issue yamulo foje.
Abaraka Muhammad yo abaraka chairman Sillah ni ajube alla Batokunku keno lube je bare kene ko problemo warata je bake yo nina ta jibe fana loptano la kumaya community kono yalo mbenga wolonne bara fele keno la ko yatina lopitano man lono fo alnin doku nyola agreement kono loptano lo nya satele nyanta keno di lele to loptano lo wali jeban waram fo ye loptano le promisali which it only be cannot provide like a loptano loje ni satele nyanta no provide le fo sate man wo simfa data ni man sakunda pour kaje ko keno ko si sone ano nyadile.
Okay, agreement on yingono satele nyanta ka la no provide itol lo releve tol kan aning ka fonis bari satele nyanta ka loptano dulani indicate ka foko jannebe kala place o albe dulano lola so bigele ane sate simpa data le bari jannin ka alkalo nyin soto komi kata man sakunda wala ka soto naita chiviano wolle nata koleya bari saimpang dula allocatale me alonko kaito ditale alkalo e kaito dile nada sefo fanan normally ala kola dara governor normally mfudara lands from an physical plan with that document still now woketale so sign thing be jiko le nati kola de pour project oni start at the moment project oni inshallah be start la very soon but it woketa within this frame so le kono so benun document fen kola la in consultation about how the structure of the hospital will be so mbewo procedure le kono fana with our partners gaj.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Mane.
Okay, murta koma demanding kata kono Muhammad nyimfoko ila filo benung situation no minto abaneta but another filo de ka fence properly so yamira Muhammad wo filo la wode danya way mune nyato take alla sototo football filo to je anin dindingo la bala bo nyoto ay mune yiri wa ku keje.
Yeah, one thing kukilim bije nunto nunde la filo soto nyaka mom committee le bija membe marari filo la même sport committee so mang londo soto je bake ila AGM le mun kata ngalo ye jelle soto aka ke nyaadi le bari nte fem fono la bari ense mem pitandi la ko ay ku jamale improve anin sport committee right now fanga be dress room le lokanje bari gatle ba sponsor kan ya understand dress room be wole lokanje pour fen ko ni bari ni o filo jubi o tamono ni be play ka ko na ni moto men katambi mano kay kajele viewer fengo bari sign will be stop tale and sport committee fanan sign e ka filo nyin control nole sign bang even district like como south game all we can appeal the barang filo do because of nim fen sola condition so nim quality me alon ko abe phone provide la sport committee yenne me alon ko tolfa imagine last year Batokunku ne manta non third division qualifiers but last year atata le final 4 playoff stage out ni yo final last game o wini be tala third division okono so sport committee o be sotono through like ntolni sport committee fon la partnership lela aning get fanana cooperation o lo meni alon ko la social cooperation o responsibility e cooperate le ka o jamake wole nyin fenke wole nyin sembodi molla fon tata o dulado because get nene tournament o stage ika compagnie me sadel me alon ko e mining keje ye football tournament o londi nyun temale me winter ite ko 150,000 o leta me lose at 100,000 ne soto so Batokunku nata kake lose at ni gunjur le player gunjur yenno penalties la so nata 100,000 oni loki lintole wala soto gunjure 150,000 soto and wo fly na sport activity la e boost le jang ya understand le so nyin be mu kuleti mi alon ko gacha organize le jang pour fondinkel la interaction la nini fondinkel be nyomo la nyame.
Yes, Baraka Bake, finally, kachaga diaring bari wato tatale bidung nsasaro di njigita ko Mr. Sillah mbe sotolo koteke on this platform. Nsasaro di.
Okay, Baraka Bake to Mohammed. And then kumu fengoleti mi alon ko amandia so tonya mbo manne fokan and then mbe men fola lamoy lalbe ko kundi anatan na banko kan wala ko kundi anatan na satel to ida Batokunku janne mbo wala fengo sometimes fan fongo kana ken na sababolti ka kudol bondi menu kan nafa because kudol bije ni stopta at the end of the day ntol fangol lebe batakan because ndol betala kumbola government le yanu pour ni loptano la ni development la ni ku ko den Batokunku sembo dango mano how many years but birin gat na ta wol ketale so womu kudoleti mi alon ko be nyanta kan hakilo to wala do ko ko ni nyanta ke mbenga ke tilingo kan nga ke tonya kan nga ke horomo kan me alon kan nyanta kake so womu ku mari ngoleti jama be se lamoyla be to mal mbabe kontona be sa hako boyndi kumo yalon ko atilinta jang toñale mo bota like alale ani mo kino bari me yalon ka lam futale den alalon ko mole mantima den wo botante fongola karole
Baraka Bake wala tonyati foka atendu ka jayi tumalam na ala watota wala Batokunku BDC chairman di Mohamed Sillah foka atendu ka jayi Mr. Mane nsasaro di bari wato batal. But Mr. Mane, current affair is we man from Pojede.
Mohamed okay me sai ba wato fela banda ni si Mohamed be jikirin ko ba skemba so don wala sila kote la so mbe mo be contentula mbe jayila equal voice lem concern TV Gambia arsikali noma na programme wala min kake nafati banko moli anin la moyer lali be alnali badi malemu Usman Mane ala baraka
Baraka Bake, Mr. Mane and Mr. Sillah, VDC chairman Batokunku. Badinlo mulening program uning sementuya equal voice wolam top connecti top connect mo kodi ki bundale ti muyalonko ibe dunia dawo danding e talenti ya soneandi no charges ete fenjola ni ba kila so woto top connect lom dulati dulamu yalonko ya soneandi anu nyingwatin kono ebe promotion bale ke kam yalonko al se gagner fen jama soto noje ya dati kabrin november karo tili tang anin fula abita fo January karo tang 2026 sang kono so woto na lafta nying fion gagner la rek albe mun kala wolom nyinde ko ning alla mole kirilo ke alberi sito nyin sambola afia branch ni nying esambaje ese TV gagner nole smart TV gagner nole ese Samsung smartphone gagner nole ese 3000 cash power gagner nole aning mobile top wolam $2,000 iti everything left of kuma koy settle rek visit la social website wodo wolam top connect dot limited ti so woto foke ta ke 10-2k jayi badi on wato yen so nyilala be Mr. Sillah tala ka 10-2 ka jayi baba ke tumala munna ayala wato be bula ani equal voice kachata kacha di mala mu yalon ko be dending Batokunku la san minding la so woto badi ndo wato en se jilala be na technicien ba fanan na CEO Mr. Keba jamme fo ka tentu ka jey jibe lalbe dawda din commune data fula nyame rek pour que do ko so ne ndim bulu wala nyinti ko albe dunna na social website do mo especially YouTube oto aliya like aliya subscribe aliya share so woto badi ndo wato en se jilala albadi malo Mohamed Lamin Sanyang alma suto kayro siala ka fano nyimake kenje ko ni moy ko be ke kayroti wassalam